Morning students, hope all of you are doing well. Last three videos I discussed about computer system, characteristics, different components, few applications and limitations of computer, and also in the primary memory, that is RAM and ROM, RAM categorization, ROM categorization, and RAM, that is DDR, SDRAM. So like different types of RAM and ROM, PROM, EEPROM, EEPROM, flash memory. Like that we discussed the different types of memory. Now different types of primary memory. Now today we are going in this video concept are called secondary memory or the external memory we say. So the secondary memory, what is the role of secondary memory in this we'll see. Before going this assignment, hope all of you are able to watch your Microsoft Teams main subjects and you are able to do assignments. If you are having still any issues, please message in the WhatsApp groups and we'll respond according to it. And also most of you are not doing the assignments, Google Classroom assignments in the of the computer, because very few cadets are doing and very few cadets are submitting. Though the views are there, but I'm sharing privately, but the cadets are not submitting their assignments. Please, I'm just giving the only MCQs and fill in the blanks assignments only. Please keep on time and submit the assignments. Very easy assignments I am giving. Please upload the assignments and I'll give the marks according to it. Okay. Today we'll this topic we'll go for the secondary memory part. Memory, secondary memory. Everyone know about secondary memory. I'm not required to discuss too much. The external memory or the secondary memory or auxiliary memory is called as a secondary memory. That everyone know. External memory is also known as auxiliary memory or secondary memory. Yes, you know, you are able to see these all parts. These are all will come under only external memory only. Memory card, flash memory, that is USB pen drive, media devices, zip drive, external optical drive, hard drives. This is a different backup servers, backup data servers. These are all external memory only. External memory only. Okay, clear. Next one, or the auxiliary memory or the secondary memory. It is needed since the main memory is temporary, expensive and inefficient to store a huge amount of data. Yes, main memory we seen that RAM and ROM, they are very expensive and they store a limited amount of data only and limited amount of storage only they are having. Why they are high speed and high expensive compared to the external memory? Because they process only their data which is stored in the main memory is only temporary, that will not hold for long time. Once the power is off, the data inside the RAM will be deleted and the ROM is only for the BIOS instruction, that is basic input output setting instruction के लिए ROM use करता है. So they are expensive compared to the external memory. That's why we are using the secondary storage devices, that is memory card, hard disk, pen drives, whatever you say. Okay. Now, so compared to the speed, if I say speed, external memory is less speed compared to the internal memory. Internal is very high speed. Okay, RAM से भी ज़्यादा speed है. Cache memory करके discuss किया था. You go for the previous video and you will get about the cache memory. What is the cache memory? Okay. Next, whenever required the data for processing gets transferred from the secondary memory to the primary memory according to. Yes, जब भी एक application और एक program का कुछ खोलने के लिए हम लोग का सेकेंडरी स्टोरेज मतलब हमारा हार्ड डिस्क से हमारा प्रोग्राम बोलते हैं, वो प्रोग्राम जो है वो प्राइमरी मेमोरी में चलता है. देखो, once the program is completed, program is off, the data inside the primary memory will be deleted and it is get back to the stored in the external memory. Okay, therefore the data has to be stored separately in a secondary storage device to make it permanent and accessible for longer duration. Yes, so वो तो temporarily store होता है and it is also expensive. That's why we have to make a permanent storage device which can be accessed at any time and accessible for the longer duration. Next, the speed of external memory is much slower than the internal memory. Yes, the speed of external memory is much slower than the internal memory. This is what I am telling. Internal memory का जो speed है, it is just very less speed compared to the RAM का speed जो है 20 MB per second. So हम लोग को 20 MB per second करके कोई अभी तक नहीं आया है. So that is the advantage of the internal memory. Internal memory is very high expensive and is also much faster than the external memory. Okay. Next, some commonly used external storage devices, that is, you know, hard drive, CDRW, pen drives, etc. So these are the most common secondary storage device, you know, that is hard disk, 1 TB, 2 TB, 3 TB, 5 TB करके they are having the different companies, Seagate, WD. So Transcend ऐसा करके we are getting the different companies, we are getting the external hard drives. CDs and DVDs, CD capacity 700 MB, everyone know 700 MB, उसमें भी R and RW, read writable, both are available. And DVD, digital versatile disk, CD compact disk, digital versatile disk is near about supporting up to 4.7 GB data, where it is also supporting RW and DVD are also and RW, right? Read writable and read only also. Now the memory that is pen drives that you are able to get from 8 GB to near about 64 GB pen drives, both OTG pen drives you are getting. So different features are came in the external memory concept. Then Blu-ray disc you are able to see, are able to store a large amount of 25 GB of the videos data, that all things you can store in the Blu-ray hard disk. Maybe two categories, two layers, alag layer ka alag storage hai. So that's the capacity of the external memory. These are the common external storage device which you are using. That is external hard disk, that is CD, DVD and pen drives. Okay, next we'll go for the next topic, that is units of memory. Yes, so we are telling that 1 TB, 4.7 GB and 700 MB or the 64 GB. What is that memory? How the memory is measured in the terms of units? माने memory को कैसे measure किया जा सकता है? So in the objects, if you take any object, it is having some measurable unit that is in the terms of length, meter or distance, or millimeter like liter. So anything you are having, any object, it is having its some measurement is there. But in the same way, the computer का जो instructions हम लोग जो दे रहे हैं, जो digital form में जो है, वो है zeros and ones में है. So that zeros and ones units को कहते हैं bits. So the least unit of the memory, the least unit of the computer memory is 0 or 1. That is bit we say. Okay? The least unit of memory is 0 or 1. As there are distinct units to gauge each thing, so regardless of whether it is fluid, material and gas, similarly a PC has a separate unit of measurement. Yes, you know that every object or everything is having a fluid हो, अगर fluid मतलब अगर liquid होने से उसको लीटर में कहते हैं और मिलीमीटर, material होने से उसको सेंटीमीटर और मीटर में, gas होने से कितना quantity kgs that you measure. So in the same way, the PC, the personal computer of the computer is also having separate unit of measurement, that is zeros and ones, that we say as a bits. Clear? That are used for the data storage, mainly for the data storage only. A computer data storage, often referred to its memory, consists of mechanism that is able to record and hold the digital data. Yes, it has a mechanism to hold and record the digital data, that is zeros and ones, that is bits. Okay, you know that CPU processes the data as per the instructions given by the user to it, and it processes and shows the result according to it, the final result through the output device. For example, to multiply two numbers, let's say 5 into 8, so then the CPU will give the instructions that 5 into 8 and data somewhere, like then we'll get the output according to it based on the output. So, but internally जो processing instruction जो है, it will convert the data into the binary or digital form, then only we'll get the result. Okay, the CPU then provide the result as a 40. To hold data and instructions during processing, a CPU needs to have a temporary storage place to hold the data and once processing is completed, it needs a permanent place to store the result. Yes, पहले जो प्रोसेसिंग करने के लिए तुमको रिजल्ट आने के लिए तो एक टेम्पररी स्टोरेज चाहिए, तो उसमें तो रैम में चलेगा, बट वंस द रिजल्ट इज कम, वो रिजल्ट को स्टोर करने के लिए हम लोग को तो एक्सटर्नल मेमोरी चाहिए. क्लियर? नेक्स्ट, हियर कम्स द रोल ऑफ मेमोरी. हियर कम्स द रोल ऑफ मेमोरी. A memory unit is principal storage of the computer. The principal storage of the computer. Principal storage of computer बोलने से is called memory. It is measure of information that can be put away. This storage capacity is expressed in terms of bits or bytes. This storage capacity is measured in the terms of bits or bytes. Computer storage and memory is often measured in megabytes, gigabytes, megabytes and gigabytes, like that, you know, everyone. So that the least units of the memory that everyone know, the least unit of memory is that is bit. That is bit stand for bit is the word came from the binary digit that contains zeros and ones only. After that, a group of 4 bits is called as a nibble, and after the group of 8 bits is called byte, that everyone know. Then after that 1024 bytes, that is 2 to the power 10 bytes is equal to 1 kilobyte. Then 2 to the power 10 kilobytes is equal to 1 megabyte. Then 2 to the power 10 megabyte is equal to 1 GB. Then 2 to the power 10 GB is equal to 1 TB, 1 terabyte. Then 2 to the power 10 TB is equal to 1 petabyte. That is that we say. So these are all about the units of memory. And after that 1024 PB is equal to 1 zettabyte. Is mainly used in artificial intelligence. ओके, रोबोटिक्स में 1 जेटाबाइट तक स्पीड भी, 1 डाटा तक भी स्टोर होता है. हम लोग का हार्ड डिस्क से मैक्सिमम टीबी तक है और पेटाबाइट का अभी तक हार्ड डिस्क आया नहीं है. ओके, नेक्स्ट, ALU. That ALU now actually before going ALU, I have to discuss why the ALU came in the memory after that. The CPU is organized into 3 units, that is memory unit, ALU and control unit. That memory unit में हम लोग डिस्कस किया था, memory unit में क्या क्या डिस्कस किया था, और primary memory that is internal memory and external memory. That is internal memory को primary memory में RAM and ROM में देखा था, and external memory में the different devices with different external hard disk, different external devices, external storage devices that we seen. So then after we are going for arithmetic logical unit, which perform the arithmetic and logical instructions. What is there in the arithmetic logical instructions you see? Arithmetic logic unit is the component of CPU which performs the arithmetic and logical operations of the computer. That is आपको जो addition से calculation से आपको जो result है, तो ये जो करने वाला जो unit है इसको कहते हैं ALU. The arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, these are all being done by arithmetic ALU. The logic operations are comparison operators like greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, so not equal to. So these are all symbols of the computer symbols. This is the less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to symbol in the computer. So these logical operations are also be the part of the arithmetic logical unit, like where is encountered during the processing. So कहाँ पे भी एक बीच में processing में कहाँ पे भी logical operations जो भी है वो सब करने वाला जो काम है वो ALU करता है, ठीक है. Different actions to be taken based on the results. Next, the data and the operands act as input for ALU and it generates the output as a result. Now see the data means that is 5 into 8, that is 5 into 8 करके जो मैं दिया था, 5 is and 8 are data and operand is that operands are the 5 and 8 is called as a operands, and the operator between that 5 and 8 that is into star we say that is called as operator. These data and operands once अगर एक बार input instruction the input device के द्वारा ALU को देता है, ALU will generate the output and result as to the output processed information. That is input data का instruction दिया था, and then after registers के द्वारा से ALU में गए, ALU से control unit में जा रहे से हम लोग का output में आ रहा है, ठीक है. This way this data will be transferred through the buses forms. Next one. Next fact, mathematician John von Neumann machines proposed the ALU concept. So that's why the present generation computers are also called as the John Neumann machines or the John von Neumann machines. He wrote a foundation report of the new computer called as EDVAC. So EDVAC जो machine है, so electronic digital versatile calculator करके जो device बनाया था. So that's why the present generation computers are called John von Neumann machines, or father of modern computers, the Alan Turing. ठीक है. Control unit. This unit controls the operations of every other components of the computer system. मतलब कंप्यूटर में जो भी अटैच किया था वो सब कंट्रोल करने वाला जो इंस्ट्रक्शंस करने वाला जो यूनिट है कंट्रोल यूनिट. It also controls the transfer of data and instructions among various units of the computer. It also controls the transfer of data and instructions from the various units of the computer. मतलब उनको इनपुट से अर्थमेटिक लॉजिक, अर्थमेटिक से कंट्रोल यूनिट, उधर से फिर अगेन कंट्रोल से अर्थमेटिक लॉजिक, उससे आउटपुट आने के लिए वो जो करने वाला जो काम है वो कंट्रोल यूनिट है. सारा डिवाइसेस को भी कंट्रोल करने वाला जो भी है सिस्टम में वो भी कंट्रोल यूनिट है. इन ऑर्डर टू एग्जीक्यूट द इंस्ट्रक्शन द कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ द कंप्यूटर रिसीव सिग्नल्स फ्रॉम द कंट्रोल यूनिट. सो एग्जीक्यूट इंस्ट्रक्शंस करने के लिए कंट्रोल यूनिट ही रिसीव करता है जो डेटा क्या करना है. इट एक्सट्रैक्ट द इंस्ट्रक्शंस फ्रॉम द मेमोरी instruction and decodes them and sends to the necessary signals to the ALU to perform the required operation. Yes, माने जो इंस्ट्रक्शंस आपने दिया है कंप्यूटर इनपुट की डिवाइस के द्वारा से कंट्रोल यूनिट लेके वो इंस्ट्रक्शंस को उसको डिकोड करके, मतलब जो इंस्ट्रक्शंस जो 1s and 0s को डिकोड करके वो ALU को भेज के ALU क्या करेगा, ALU तो पूरा अर्थमेटिक एंड लॉजिकल परफॉर्म जो भी ऑपरेशन से परफॉर्म करके तुमको आउटपुट के डिवाइस के द्वारा से तुमको रिजल्ट आएगा. क्लियर. It is also called the central nervous system of the computer system, as it is manages all other units. It is also called central nervous system. This is called the central nervous system. That is control unit is called the central nervous system of the computer system, as it manages all other units. That is input, output, arithmetic, logical unit, memory unit. सबको तो ये सब मैनेज करने वाला जो यूनिट है इसको कहते हैं सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम, कंट्रोल यूनिट को. क्लियर. नेक्स्ट वन, टाइप्स ऑफ कंप्यूटर बेस्ड ऑन प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ ऑपरेशन. यस, टाइप्स ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स विल डिस्कस. तो कंप्यूटर्स को कैसे डिवाइड किया था बेस्ड ऑन दी size and number of users it is supporting simultaneously and the performance, that is how fast it is. Based on that it is being computers are being classified. That we'll see in this class. That is types of computers. The types of computers come in variety of designs for different purposes with different capabilities of cost. So mainly the आजकल जो speed, cost and availability के हिसाब से तो computers classify किया जा सकता है. Computer broadly the analog computers, digital computer and hybrid computers. So that what are that? See, based on the principle of operation, there are three types of computers, that is analog, digital, and the hybrid computers. Analog computer. These computers can perform numerous mathematical operations simultaneously by manipulating the and processing the data which we input to the computer, such as weight, temperature, voltage, power, density. So ये जो कंप्यूटर जो देख रहे हैं एनालॉग कंप्यूटर है, इस परफॉर्म द मैथमेटिकल ऑपरेशंस ओनली साइमल्टेनियसली, एक साथ में जो डेटा हम लोग जो इनपुट भी द्वारा से दे रहे हैं वेट को, टेम्परेचर को सब कैलकुलेट करने के लिए, तो पहले कंप्यूटर्स को ये एनालॉग कंप्यूटर्स कहते हैं. Analog system works on continuously variables for the purpose of mathematical computation only. Analog computers mainly for the mathematical computation only. The result given by these computers is only approximate since they deal with only quantities that vary continuously. मतलब ये जो result आएगा, जो approximate result आएगा, as they are dealing with only with the quantities only. Okay, next. We hardly use analog computers. So analog computer use करना बहुत कम use कर रहा है आजकल, सब digital computers हो गए. और digital computers में देखो, digital computers works on the principle of binary digit system, that is zeros and ones. So by comparing, manipulating these digits, a digital computer can perform complex tasks and provides a more accurate and fast results than the analog computer. Yes, by counting, comparing, manipulating, digital computer can perform complex scientific calculations tasks and gives the more accurate and fast results compared to the analog computers. Okay, analog computer result आने में only for quantities calculation करने के लिए तो analog computers यूज किया था, but digital computers तो complex scientific calculations के लिए भी digital computers यूज किया था. Hence they have advanced use the field of design, research and data processing. Digital computers are further classified as, so specific purpose computers के लिए डिवाइड किया था, general purpose के लिए क्या डिवाइड किया था. So ऐसा करके डिवाइड करते जा रहे हैं. ठीक है, मैंने स्पेसिफिक पर्पस में अगेन माइक्रो कंप्यूटर्स, मिनी कंप्यूटर्स, मेन फ्रेम कंप्यूटर्स ऐसा करके, सो ऐसा करके कॉम्प्लेक्स सुपर कंप्यूटर्स ऐसा करके डिवाइड है. स्पेसिफिक पर्पस इज वन दैट स्पेसिफाइड एप्लीकेशन लाइक एटीएम्स, प्रोग्रामेबल वॉशिंग मशीन्स एक्सेट्रा. मतलब वॉशिंग मशीन में, एटीएम में जो कंप्यूटर्स है वो स्पेसिफिक पर्पस के लिए डिजाइन किया, तो एम्बेडेड सिस्टम कहता है तो वॉशिंग मशीन में. सो देयर आर द स्पेसिफिक कंप्यूटर्स ऑफ द डिजिटल फॉर्म. General purpose computers are used in the different types of classification, that is what I am saying, desktop computers, handheld computers, gaming computers, microcomputers, mini computer, they all will come under as a general purpose computers. Okay, they can store a different workers for work according to the instructions specified on those programs. Yes, they can store the different instructions based on the specific information which we are giving, and it will process according to and will get the result. Most of the computers we see today general are the general purpose computers, that is desktop, handheld, micro, mini. So they all will come under laptop, they all will come under micro and the general purpose computers only. General purpose application software has a specific price, but it can be purchased by anyone. Okay, and used without making any modifications to it. हम लोग general purpose में ये सॉफ्टवेयर में हम लोग को, एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर में और नहीं तो कंप्यूटर में हम लोग को तो मॉडिफिकेशंस और हम लोग को तो चेंज नहीं कर पाए, बट अगर स्पेसिफिक पर्पस के लिए तो हम लोग विल डू द डेवलपमेंट और मॉडिफिकेशंस अकॉर्डिंग टू इट. Hybrid company is a combination of both, that is hybrid is a perfect combination of analog and the digital computers. That is nowadays all computers are will come, it acts with the analog signals and converts them into digital signals and process them in the digital form. So analog से digital लेके digital से analog लेके convert करके they are used for scientific application or in controlling industrial processing. So हर जगह में तो hybrid computers है. It generally has smaller memory than the purely digital computers like laptops. Okay, this is the based on the principles of operation. After that computer based on configuration, that is micro mini, whatever I am saying, that will come under the micro mini configuration के हिसाब से divide हो जाएगा. Apart from the general categorization, that is computer can also be differentiated on the basis of their physical structures and purpose of their use. Yes, physical structure and purpose of their uses के द्वारा से digital computer को divide किया जा सकता है. So micro, mini, mainframe and super computers all will come under the digital computer. Mainly we see in the types of computer based on the principles of operation, that is analog, digital and hybrid. Analog computers only accept the only for the quantity purpose. Digital में so सारा zeros and ones लेके will get the faster results and complex scientific calculations के लिए तो हम लोग use कर रहे हैं. So hybrid is a combo of both hybrid and both analog and digital, which convert the digital to analog and analog to digital signals. Now the digital computers are being classified based on their configuration, that is micro, mini, mainframe and supercomputers. Of micro, mini, mainframe and supercomputers. See, based on their capacity, speed, reliability, they can be divided in the following categories based on the speed, reliability and capacity. That this only how many users it is supporting and how fast it is and how speed it is. Based on that, the digital computers are being classified in the following categories, that is micro, mini, mainframe and supercomputers. Next one, what is microcomputer? See, microcomputers everyone know, it works with a microprocessor. So our personal computers are simply PCs. These type of computers use microprocessor. Okay, they cost less and very small in size. They are very costless and very small in size. The most popular type of personal computers are PCs and Apple, or which companies you are using. Microcomputers के अंदर ही laptop, desktop, handheld device all will come. PC compatible का Windows operating system, Apple Macintosh operating system, ये तो सारा OS क्या बोल रहे support कर रहा है. The desktop computers that we are using in our school or labs, offices, homes, etc. are best examples of the microcomputers which are working with the microprocessor. Okay, let us see some common microcomputers which are daily in use. Okay, that is laptop computers. Yes, laptop computers में तो laptop is a portable computer which has the which is generally weighs from 4 to 12 pounds depending upon display. It is also part of the digital computer and the sub part of the microcomputer. Next one, it is small in size and can easily fit inside in the briefcase that can be carried in easily. A laptop operates a specific battery and does not need to plug like a desktop computer. उन्हें desktop जैसा इसका अटैच करने का जरूरत नहीं है, सबको पता है, मैं बोलने का जरूरत नहीं, ठीक है. These computers are mainly used by business travelers. Those are the business purpose. The screen folds down on keyboard when not to use. So the screen जो fold कर रहा था जब जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा screen को तो सीधा बंद कर देते हैं, ठीक है. As the name suggests, they can be used on our lap. That's why it is called as a laptop. So some of the companies which manufacture laptops, that is HP, Dell, Popular, Samsung, Lenovo, Sony, so Apple. So these are some of the best examples of the production of the laptops. Notebook computer, it is extremely lightweight personal computer. It weighs around 5 to 6 pounds and is smaller in size than the laptop computer. So 5 to 6 pounds lightweight है. Notebooks आ रहे हैं आजकल सब 5 to 6 pounds आ रहे हैं, ठीक है. They are working with the pen also. A notebook does not have an integrated DVD drive like laptop. So DVD के तो integrated एक साथ रहते हैं, इसमें तो कुछ नहीं रहेगा. It generally has smaller memory than the laptop. So compared to the laptop, it is having less memory. So tablet PCs उससे भी कम है, that is notebook से भी कम है. Okay, the only difference is that tablet PC does not have the keyboard. So okay, it is not having the keyboard with the screen. It's a on-screen keyboard, touch-screen keyboard directly on the screen rather than the typing of the keyboard. Some common examples of the tablet PCs that you know, Apple का iPad, so the Samsung Galaxy Tab that everyone know. Okay, handheld computer, that is handheld. It is also part of the microcomputer. The smallest computer is the handheld computer, is also called as a personal computer, the PDA, personal digital assistants. It is used for scheduling appointments, storing address and playing games. So playing games के लिए handheld computers, scheduling appointments के लिए use होता है. PDAs are the personal assistants, are pen based or also battery based also. They are used pen like device and like stylus and accept handwritten input and directly and touch and according to the process the instruction according to it. Some common examples include HTC के तो पहले आ चुका है, अभी नहीं आ रहे मॉडल्स. P370, iMac, Apple iPhone, Acer N series. So ये सब का जो है handheld computers. Embedded system that is a very one you should know. Embedded processor and embedded system, they are working with the microcontrollers concept. The specialized computer that is part of the large system or machines, they are working with the microcontrollers. I am telling, virtually every electronic device is designed and manufactured today as the embedded device. मैंने आप लोग को जो आजकल का जो डिवाइस देख रहे हैं ऑलमोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस में सब भी तो एम्बेडेड डिवाइस है, माइक्रो कंट्रोलर के साथ ही काम हो रहे हैं, ठीक है, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट मैंने आपका वॉशिंग मशीन, रेफ्रिजरेशन और एसी, सो एवरीथिंग ऑल ओवर विल वर्किंग विद द हेल्प ऑफ द एम्बेडेड सिस्टम्स ओनली. टिपिकली एन एम्बेडेड सिस्टम इज प्लेस्ड ऑन अ सिंगल माइक्रो प्रोसेसर बोर्ड विद द प्रोग्राम्स stored in the ROM. माना एक सिंगल माइक्रोप्रोसेसर बोर्ड, उसका कहते हैं कंट्रोलर, माइक्रो कंट्रोलर. all the appliances that have digital interface like watches, microwaves, VCRs, cars, etc., they are all using the embedded system concept only. Okay, the embedded system are pre-programmed for a specific task and operated according to it on the electricity or battery. So pre-program किया जा सकता है, based on that it follows the instruction and give the result according to it. They are available in wide range of sizes and varieties also. Power backup के साथ divide भी किया जाए. Mini computers, yes, mini computer, these computers are compared to the micro computer, थोड़ा सा processing speed ज़्यादा और size भी ज़्यादा है, ठीक है, number of instructions execution भी ज़्यादा है, have higher processing speed and are costlier than the micro computers. ये तो mainly universities and research purpose में यूज होता है. The capabilities of mini computers are better than the personal computer. Okay, mini computers are used in business, education, many other government organizations at the departments at the back end of the servers. Okay, these computers are mostly designed to handle multiple terminals. However, some are also designed for the single users also. मतलब मल्टीपल यूजर्स के काम करने के लिए तो मिनी कंप्यूटर यूज कर रहे हैं. हम लोग का एग्जांपल लैब में तो हम लोग का मिनी कंप्यूटर है, उससे तो हम लोग 30 system तक connect किया रहा है. So that's why mini computer it is having thought of high processing speed and high number of users it is supporting capacity. Based on that they are categorized these computers. Mini computers are also used as a web servers. The first mini computer was introduced in the mid 1960s by the Digital Equipment Corporation, DEC कह रहे हैं, the Digital Equipment Corporation. After this IBM Corporation also designed a series of mini computers as 400 series ऐसा करके different mini computers or mini computer we say. Then mainframe computers compared to the mini and micro it is having much more larger processor speed compared to the mini and micro. Has died at very high speed where measured in millions of instructions per second. Okay, they are very expensive computer, very expensive and used for only complex scientific calculation research purpose के लिए use हो रहा है. Mainframe computers are multiple users and process vast amount of data quickly. मतलब single multiple CPUs को multiple processor को support करने वाला जो है mainframe computers. ठीक है. Banks, insurance, manufacture companies, mail order companies or airlines are also some of the examples of this mainframe computers only. Mainframe computers are often used as a servers, yes, mainly used for servers which control over the networks of various computers for the large companies. Large companies में तो background में और banks में organization में they are using the mainframe computers at the backend to control all the instructions. Some examples of mainframe computers are IBM S390 mainframe which can also support up to 50,000 users simultaneously. So मतलब एक पूरा सिटी में जितना भी एक कंपनी का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का अलग अलग ब्रांचेस है सब काम और कंट्रोल करने के लिए मेनफ्रेम कंप्यूटर यूज कर सकते हैं. सुपर कंप्यूटर्स व्हिच इज हैविंग मच मोर फास्टर देन द मेनफ्रेम. So there are the very large computers. So इंडिया में तो परम सीरे ऐसा करके different super computers are developed for this complex and scientific calculation purpose के लिए. They are most powerful and most expensive and fastest computers in the world, capable of processing trillions of instructions. So the mainframe the millions of instructions or super computer to trillions of instructions. These computers are used by government agencies such as IRS, research agencies, National Weather Service or National Defense Agency. So intelligence वाले जो लोग super computers use होता है, cyber agencies. They are also used in the space exploration and large organizations, research laboratories, aerospace centers. So aerospace centers में भी large industrial units में भी super computers use कर रहे हैं. The examples of the super computers, Cray 1, that is Param also everyone know, Cray 2, Control Data Cyber 205 IBM Road, Runner, ETA 810, Param. These are the some of the examples of the supercomputers. So Cray supercomputer was invented by the CMN Cray. So the supercomputer's nickname is Bubbles. So because of its bubbling coolant liquids, Bubbles करके कह रहे थे. इसको इंडिया में जो डेवलप के सुपर कंप्यूटर्स का नाम है परम. ओके, परम याद करना है. These are the categorization of the computer based on their configuration and based on the principles of the operations. These all we discussed in this today's video. I am concluding this video up to these types of computers based on the principles of operations and based on the configuration. That way what we discussed in this class. So that is external memory का बारे में discuss किया था. That is extra hard disk का बारे में, CD, DVD capacities and the Blu-ray capacities and pen drive capacities and the units of memory we discussed. Then after the types of computer based on ALU we discussed and also discussed the control unit, that is central nervous system of the computer. ALU का बारे में भी discussed है, arithmetic logical instructions carry करने के लिए. तो so ALU हो गया, memory unit हो गया. memory unit में RAM and ROM का बारे में, RAM का types, ROM का types, cache memory. So and after that external memory का storage devices that we seen, CDR, CDRW, and then after what we seen that is hard disk के बारे में दिखाया, pen drive के बारे में भी seen. Then we go for the ALU के बारे में, then control unit. Then after types of computer based on the principles of operation, that is categorized into three types, that is analog computers, digital computers and hybrid computers. Analog converts only the quantities only. Digital computers are very much faster than do calculations accurately. Hybrid computers combo of both digital and analog, convert the digital to analog to digital signals. Then after based on the principles of based on the configuration, the digital computers are being classified into four types, that is micro, mini, mainframe and supercomputers. Micro में again which works with the microprocessor, process the instructions in the single CPU, whereas mini micro में आज का जो laptops है, handhelds है, gaming है और जो आपका जो desktop PCs है, or they all will come under an embedded system, they all will come under the microcomputers only. Then after the mini computers we seen, compared to the micro it is having much more larger processing speed. Then after mini से ज़्यादा है mainframe computers of millions तो कर रहे हैं. Then after millions mainframe से भी ज़्यादा है supercomputer which process the trillions of instructions processed, and it is having the multiple CPUs and multiple CPU support in the case of mainframe and the supercomputers. It is mainly used in the industries and स्पेस पर्पस में, वेदर फोरकास्टिंग में, सब जगह में यूज होता है. These are the types of computer based on the principles of operation, based on the configuration. Hope all of you understood. Based on these types of computers, types of RAM and ROM, or the types of units of the CPU, and also types of computers, I will give small assignment in the Google Classroom. Please do the assignments on time and submit the assignments. I am giving very simple and MCQs and fill in the blanks assignments only, and true or false assignments only. So do the time and submit in Google Classroom. And if you are having any doubts in the video watching, okay, you can ask me, and you can ping me in the Google Classroom and respond you. Okay, stay safe, stay home, stay prepared. Thank you, boys.